Joyanna Duggar and Austin Forsyth sell their home for $12,000 more than their asking price. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. For Duggar family latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. 6 months after announcing their plans to move out of their fixer-upper home, Joyanna Duggar and husband Austin Forsyth have a sale to celebrate. This week, Realtor.com reported that not only has Joy and Austin's family home sold, but they also managed to turn a pretty sweet profit, including taking an offer on the property that came in $12,000 over their original asking price. Joyanna and Austin's home officially has new owners. Realtor.com reported that Joy and Austin have sold the house for $381,000 after listing it for $369,000. Not too shabby. The 1,731 square foot Fayetteville, Arkansas home has 3 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms, and it seems to have made their family of 5 very happy in the years they spent living there. It wasn't easy getting the sale though. Not only was their home on the market for several months before it sold, but the Sun also reported that after it was first listed in August 2024 without getting much interest, it was temporarily taken down and relisted in November. They made a lot of money from the sale. According to the Sun, the home itself seems to have been originally purchased by Joyanna's dad, Jim Bob Duggar, 15 years ago in 2010. Joy and Austin bought the house for $10 in September 2019 after living in an RV with their first child Gideon, who was born in February 2018. There's no word on whether the house was a gift from Jim Bob, who for many years has invested in properties before flipping them, or if Joy and Austin had a payment plan with her dad to pay off the home. But even if they just paid Joy's dad the $30,000 he originally spent on the property, they got to walk away with a pretty sweet nest egg. Joy and Austin shared the renovations they did to the property when they first moved in. Back in November 2019, Joy took to Instagram to announce that she and Austin had bought a house, sharing a video of the renovations they'd been working on so far. "We both us, and yes, we plan to settle down and live in this one for a while," Joy wrote at the time. "After a year and a half of camper living, we're so ready. I love living in the camper, but I'm ready for more space and a little more organization. This house has 3 beds and 3 baths, and it's a very open floor plan. We are just fixing up the basics: flooring, trim, new countertops, and fresh paint." The couple first announced their big move in September 2024. In September, Joy and Austin shared their final family photo in their home, revealing to their social media followers that they were moving. At the same time, Joy said in a video update that they were prompted to move when they were presented with the perfect rental house that would allow them to work toward building their dream home. "We have always dreamed of living on some land, having room for the kids to roam, having a farm, all of that. And the next right step for us was to move, and so we ended up moving 2 weeks ago," she explained. Joyanna Duggar recalls terrifying moments rushing baby Gunnar to hospital. Joyanna Duggar is grateful her 13-month-old son, Gunnar, is alive and well after a terrifying health scare. After their youngest child bit off more than he could chew during a family meal and immediately started choking, Joyanna, 26, and her husband, Austin Forsyth, decided to drive 1 hour to the local hospital to seek professional care. "I just handed Gunnar to Austin, and I started crying," Joyanna recalled in a new YouTube video posted Friday, June 14. "All those what-ifs come to your mind right away. Gunnar threw up multiple times and still hadn't thrown up the ham and was gagging and was not breathing for, like, 20 seconds. For the first half of the car ride, Joyanna, who is also mom to Gideon, 6, and Evelyn, 3, was trying to keep her son awake as he continued to cry. After consulting with Austin, who is an EMT, the former Counting on Star agreed that rest may provide some relief. Duggar family, get to know the next generation. We let him go to sleep, and I watched him closely," she explained. There were a couple of points on the drive that he stopped breathing again, and I was just crying out to God, please save him. I've never been to a point where I thought I was going to lose one of my kids, she continued while wiping away tears. It was just like that thought of he is going to die came to my mind, and it was terrifying. Fortunately, Gunnar started sleeping better and breathing regularly. At the hospital, doctors performed x-rays to make sure nothing was lodged in his throat. They later confirmed everything looked clear and he was safe to be discharged. 19 kids and counting. A comprehensive guide to the Duggar family. I was just so thankful that God protected him, Joyanna said, and we made it to the hospital, and that whatever was in his throat wasn't bothering him anymore. When looking back on the day, Joyanna describes the turn of events as crazy and a roller coaster of emotions. Now that Gunnar is sleeping better and back to his old self, his mom is reminding parents to savor every healthy moment with their children. After something like that, I feel like you just really hug your babies a little bit tighter and thank God so much for giving us life and breath and all the things, she said. You never know when something is going to happen. This is my third kid, and I've never had anything this serious happen as far as choking goes. Jinger Duggar isn't mad at parents for raising family in IBLP. They did their best. Jinger Duggar is sharing how she really feels about being raised under the fundamentalist Christian teachings of the Institute in Basic Life Principles, IBLP organization. During the Wednesday, February 12 episode of the Jinger and Jeremy podcast, the former TLC star and her husband, Jeremy Vullo, answered frequently asked questions from fans. Are you angry at your parents Jim, Bob, and Michelle Duggar for leading you to follow the Institute of Basic Life Principles? Vullo, 37, asked his wife. Jinger, 31, wasted no time replying. No, she said. And I can say that very clearly because I see how so many families wanted the guarantee for success for their kids. They were promised it, and they said, if you do this, your kids will turn out. And so I think that a lot of parents who walked into IBLP, they were well-meaning. Jinger Duggar's honest quotes about her upbringing, cult comparisons, modest dressing, and more. Jinger acknowledged that there will be challenges and struggles that I face because of the way she was raised. It's not always easy, and looking at it as a parent now, I can see how easy it was for my parents to get wrapped up in that teaching, she continued. They went into it thinking, this is how we're going to teach our kids to love Jesus, and who doesn't want that? According to Jinger, many families ended up not seeing the success that was promised by IBLP and its founder, the controversial minister Bill Gothard. And that's what's heartbreaking, she explained. Because as a parent, you want to make the best decisions, pray through what you're supposed to do. And I really believe my parents sought to do that for us kids. I don't have any anger toward them for it because, I just see that they did their best. They did what they thought was right in the moment. Jinger and her 18 siblings grew up following Gothard's teachings, which included homeschooling and dressing modestly. In an exclusive interview with Us Weekly, Jinger previously described her upbringing as cult-like in many ways. It was built on fear, manipulation, control, and superstition. So all those things combined in how hard it is for kids to leave or adults to leave anyone, really. Once you hear the teachings, you're not supposed to depart from those, she told us in January 2023. Jinger recalled feeling gripped with fear when she was younger. I'd be thinking, okay, am I pleasing to God? I don't know what God expects of me. And so I would be so terrified to, even go play sports with my siblings. I'd think, maybe I'm supposed to stay home and read my Bible for hours and hours. I'm not sure, she continued. So that kind of fear did cripple me. Jinger Duggar says her relationship with parents is not perfect, but she still loves them. The counting on alum reflected on her childhood further in her books, Becoming Free Indeed and People Pleaser, the latter of which was released this year. She referred to IBLP as a form of Fox Christianity that was all built on the appearance of holiness, writing in People Pleaser, if you messed up in that setting, you were at risk for losing your community by not living up to the Gothard standards. Jinger isn't the only Duggar to distance herself from the IBLP lifestyle. Her sister Jill Duggar has also been candid about leaving the ultra-conservative practice behind and about her strained relationship with Jim Bob, 59, and Michelle, 58. Jinger, however, has insisted that she feels grateful for the upbringing she had. "It was not perfect, but at the end of the day, I'm grateful for my parents," Jinger said on the Unplanned podcast in June 2024. "I love them. We have differences. Everything's not perfect between us. But I think that at the end of the day, I love them, and I know that they know that." Joy Anna Duggar and Austin Forsyth sell Arkansas's home for $381,000. Joy Anna Duggar and Austin Forsyth have officially sold their Fayetteville, Arkansas's home for $381,000, $12,000 over their original asking price after putting it on the market 7 months ago. The couple, who recently moved to a rental property with more space for their growing family, made the decision to sell their 1,731 square foot home in August 2024. Despite the long wait, the sale reflects a positive outcome for the family, who are now relocating to a new home that offers their children more room to roam. The charming home, brimming with character, featured 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and ample natural light. Elegant neutral decor, wood floors, large windows, built-ins, a modern kitchen with granite counters, and a cozy living room with a fireplace added to the home's appeal. The property was set on nearly an acre, directly adjacent to Kessler Mountain Regional Park, providing easy access to walking and biking trails. The home was also conveniently located near the University of Arkansas and just a short drive from Duggar's family's expansive compound. Sharing a nostalgic reflection on the memories made in their first family home, Duggar recently posted on social media, "This is our last family picture in our home of almost 5 years. We're a sweaty mess after moving, but this picture starts a new adventure. We are so excited to see what the next few years hold." Duggar also shared that she and Forsyth had dreamed of living on land, with space for their children to run, play, and grow. "We have always dreamed of living on some land, having room for the kids to roam, having a farm, all of that. And the next right step for us was to move, and so we ended up moving 2 weeks ago," she explained. Though currently renting, Duggar said she and her family were grateful that God answered their prayers in finding the perfect home. "We had been looking for like 4 or 5 months every day. This one kind of fell in our laps," she shared. Looking forward, Duggar teased her fans with the promise of a house tour in the near future. Her fans can be excited to see her new home and family's next chapter unfold. Joy Anna and Austin's move marks a new beginning, filled with new adventures and possibilities, as they settle into a space where their children can thrive. It's heartwarming to see them pursuing their dreams of more land, and it's clear they're excited for this fresh start. Jessa Duggar is pregnant, expecting baby No. 6 with Ben Seawald. The Duggar family is growing once again. Jessa Duggar announced she is pregnant and expecting her 6th baby with Ben Seawald later this summer. "Halfway to holding you in our arms," Jessa, 32, wrote via Instagram on Friday, March 7, with photos from a recent sonogram appointment. Soon after sharing her family news, Jessa received well wishes from fans and family members. "Congrats! So happy for y'all," Jill Duggar wrote in the comments section. Hannah Duggar added, "Yay! Can't wait to meet this sweet baby." Jessa Duggar and Ben Seawald's family album with their children. Photos. Months before announcing her pregnancy, Jessa, who shares Spurgeon, 9, Henry, 8, Ivy, 5, Fern, 3, and George, 14 months, with Seawald, found herself to be the topic of discussion online. After posting about her family beach day in September 2024, The former 19 kids and counting star faced comments from fans questioning if she could be growing her family once again. After seeing one of the comments, Jessa decided to set the record straight, writing "not pregnant, just too much ice cream on vacation." Fans met Jessa in 2008 when her family appeared on 19 Kids and Counting. When the show was canceled in 2015, Jessa and her sister Jill started appearing in a new show titled Jill and Jessa, Counting On. When the series came to an end in 2021, Jessa chose to focus on being the best mom possible away from the cameras. Although she was raised with many siblings, Jessa realized that raising kids of your own is a whole new experience. When it's your own kid, it's totally different, she shared with Us Weekly in July 2020. For one, it's your responsibility. It's not like, "Here, mom, the kid stinks, change the diaper." Waking up in the night, I think that was probably one of the hugest adjustments for me. Feeling that responsibility of checking on their fever and making sure they reoka. Like, when do I know to go to the doctor? Duggar family get to know the next generation. One person who has been by Jessa's side through it all is her longtime husband. Married since November 2014, the couple often document their family vacations and milestone moments via social media. 1 week before announcing her pregnancy, Jessa called Seawold, 29, my fav person in the whole wide world after enjoying a date night. Never stop showing gratitude to your spouse for all the things they do to help out, Jessa told us in 2018. It doesn't matter how big or small. Sometimes couples come to expect things of each other and they stop noticing and appreciating things the other one does to help out with the kids or keep the household running smoothly.